Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of I Bought a Watch. Got a cool video for you today, but before I get into that, just some quick channel announcements. The 1,000 subscriber giveaway winner has been announced. It was Zlatan and I have sent off the watch to you. Congratulations again, my friend. If you entered the giveaway and were unfortunately unsuccessful, have no fear. I will be doing another subscriber giveaway at the 2,500 mark. So if you're actually new to the channel, welcome. Please do remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It's that little red button down in the bottom corner. Some quick other announcements is I have started a new job, if you weren't aware already, and actually to treat myself, I bought myself a rather fancy watch, far more substantial than the typical AliExpress watches that I review on the channel. Now, some of you will already be familiar with this watch, as I have taken a couple of pictures of this one already on my Instagram. If you want to follow me on my Instagram, I'll pop it up on screen now. It's at I Bought a Watch. Now, if you're interested in that kind of thing, I will leave a link to it in the description below. Go give me a follow if you want to hear all the new updates about my channel as soon as they come out. Now, getting on to this unboxing. This is my first Swiss watch, and if you weren't familiar with the logo on this paper sleeve, removing it reveals that this is a Christopher Ward. Now, Christopher Ward is a British watch company, or actually I should probably say they design watches. Primarily their movements, they buy them from Sellita or external providers, but I believe all the manufacturing and designing is done in the UK, so it is technically a British watch company, I think you could say. The box, I must say, is very impressive. Far more impressive, no doubt, than all the AliExpress little cardboard boxes, but also far more impressive than some Seiko boxes I've seen, quite a few micro brands, and even some higher end boxes. I have seen a Rolex box, and I tell you what, this does mean, I mean, obviously it doesn't have the same kind of gravitas of that green Rolex box, but this certainly stands up, especially at the price that I paid for it. Now, the price I paid for it was a lot under the retail price because it was in the Christopher Ward 50% off sale that they had in January. Now, I'm not sure if the sale is still going on. If it is, I'll leave a link in the description below, and I'll also leave a link to this particular model at its retail price. Getting into the box, removing the wooden tray. The top leather sleeve does have a felt lining which keeps the wood all nice and scratch free, and the wooden tray does have two magnets keeping the whole box secure. I must say I'm very impressed with the packaging, if that wasn't coming across already. Opening this, let me just check for personal details. Yep, I have my 60/60 guarantee card. That's really cool, something that Christopher Ward does. It's 60 days to return the watch and then 60-month guarantee, which is 5 years if you don't, save you having to do all that quick maths. Flipping over on this side, it does have my surname. That's why I'm covering it with my thumb, but it's a nice touch that it is written on with pen, Dear Mr. I'll just use my first name, Oscar, and it has been signed by the CEO of the watch company, Mike France, and that is actually signed with a biro. You can see the imperfections, so he has actually gone through the effort of signing this rather than it just being a print, which is a really nice touch. Now let me just put that to the side. Going through here, you can actually see the model of the watch. Spoilers ahead, I mean, I'm sure you will have seen from the thumbnail, but this is the C65 Super Compressor Owner's Handbook, and you know, it's the book of words, got some pictures, kind of how to use your watch. It's a pretty simple watch. The bracelet, how to resize it. It's got a nice kind of cover of the water resistance, like the actual water resistance kind of ratings, the 60/60 guarantee, and then, yeah, keeping in touch. It's quite nice to be finally with a watch company that values their customers and actually wants you to keep in contact and stay on top so that you get the best experience when you buy yourself a watch. Next, this is, before we get into the watch, opening here, we have a cleaning cloth, nice signed Christopher Ward cleaning cloth. You know, it's I've seen a lot of cleaning cloths, but there's only so much you can do with a cleaning cloth. It's nice that it's signed and that it's included, but you know, at the end of the day, still a cleaning cloth. Right, into the watch. So I have got some of the stickers that came off. The spare links that I took off, it did come with a Christopher Ward hand tag with the 60/60 on it, but that's not why you're here. You're here for the watch itself. let me remove this out of the way and get into the piece. Now look at that. It is a stunning looking watch, and I think you can see why I picked this one up, because it's such a unique look, and also quite unique for Christopher Ward. The Christopher Ward logo is applied under the 12 rather than at the 9. Now, I must say, I kind of like that Christopher Ward are doing something different with putting it at the 9 usually, but for this kind of model, the kind of retro styling, I do find it quite nice that they put it below the 12. It's a very unique looking piece. Now, just going through the watch, this is obviously the Christopher Ward Super Compressor C65. You saw that on the notebook. This specific color variant is called the Black Sand, and it comes with this kind of gray brown fume dial. It's incredibly cool looking in person. I hope it's coming across on screen what it looks like in person. Sorry if I pause, I'm still a bit breathtaking when I'm staring at this one. Now, the case itself is quite a nice thin case with a nice mixture of brushed and polished edges. It's got so many little chamfers that catch the light in interesting ways and really makes this one dance on your wrist. Now, the bracelet, I chose to go for the bracelet option. As you can see, it's already picking up some little scratches. But yeah, it starts at 22 and it tapers down nicely. I will go through all the actual sizing and specifications in the full review. This is just my first impressions and unboxing. But the reasons I went for the Christopher Ward on the bracelet, it does come on a two types of leather strap and a tropic strap, I believe. But yeah, I picked it on the bracelet because Christopher Ward bracelets actually trade at a premium, which is, you know, something quite nice, and it wasn't too much more expensive, so I treated myself to the bracelet variant. As you can see, it's a nice double deployant milled clasp with Christopher Ward written there, and it has got a nice sliding, ratcheting micro adjust system, which means that this one on wrist is so incredibly comfortable. Moving on from the bracelet onto the case back, we have a exhibition case back, which is really cool, especially when you're paying a bit of a premium, and you can see that Sellita SW200 movement inside. Another cool thing is this orange ring around the edge. I will get better shots of this for the full review, so I do apologize. It shows the Super Compressor spring. Now, that basically means that as this watch goes down, the atmospheric pressure on the case actually pushes a spring out against the seal on the inside, so the deeper it goes, the more water resistant it becomes. Now, it is a really cool feature, and it's something that Christopher Ward has really promoted in their advertising for this particular piece, saying that, you know, it increases pressure as it goes down, one with the water. I can't remember exactly what their slogan is, but I think it's maybe a bit rich considering that it is only a 150 meter water resistance. I mean, it's still cool. I'm never going to be going deeper than the 150 as it states, but they do go on a bit about the incredible water resistance of this piece, when in fact it's kind of, you know, what you would expect from a dive watch in this kind of price range. But anyway, it's still cool that it's got this unique feature, and it's a really unique retro looking super compressor diver. Now, it obviously has that bezel, but it is an internal rotating bezel. It's under that lovely piece of double domed, I believe, sapphire crystal. So activating that is just the top crown will rotate that 120 click unidirectional bezel. I will cover all of this in the full review. Last thing before I end this episode, I will pop it on wrist. Taking off today, I'm wearing the Felida Aquaterra Homage. Great watch. If you want to see a review for that, I'll pop it up here in the top corner. Let's pop the Christopher Ward on wrist. Now, thanks to the sliding ratcheting micro adjust system, I can ensure a perfect fit. And there it is, looking brilliant. I just love the look of this one. I'm going to go in so much detail talking about the super compressor functionality, some of the history in the full review, so do stay tuned for that. If you're interested, please do hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell icon so that you get notified when I release the full review of this one. Just before I go into that, there are some QC issues that I will talk about and cover in the full review, so please do stick around and wait for that if you are interested in buying one of these. But I'm going to leave you on that cliffhanger and end the episode now. Like I said, please do remember to like and subscribe. Stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll see you again in the next episode. Bye!